This audiobook reveals the hidden truth behind reality itself, that what appears most solid is often most fluid. As you listen, you'll discover how the world isn't what it seems, but a mirror reflecting your deepest thoughts and beliefs. Unlock the ancient wisdom of the reality paradox and reclaim your power to shape the unseen forces that govern your life. The Reality Paradox. Introduction. Through the ages, an eternal truth has whispered through the corridors of time, waiting for those ready to receive its wisdom. The reality paradox stands as the gateway to understanding the vast tapestry of existence, a doorway through which you now step, guided by the ancient knowledge that has transformed countless lives before you. As you venture into these teachings, know that what you perceive as solid and unchangeable is but a shadow of the true nature of existence. The world you see, touch, and experience through your physical senses represents only the surface of a far deeper reality, one that pulses with infinite potential and responds to the power of your consciousness. The reality paradox reveals itself in the space between what appears to be and what truly is. In this sacred space, you discover that your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations weave the very fabric of your experience. Like a dreamer who awakens to find they held the power to shape their dream all along, you now stand at the threshold of understanding your role as the architect of your reality. This knowledge has been safeguarded by masters and mystics throughout the centuries, passed down through initiates who recognized its transformative power. Now, as you read these words, you join the lineage of those who dare to peek behind the curtain of ordinary existence and glimpse the extraordinary truth that lies beyond. The reality paradox teaches that what appears most solid is often most fluid, and what seems most certain may be most illusory. Your journey begins with this fundamental understanding. The world responds not to what is, but to what you believe to be. This is the first key to decoding your reality, recognizing that the universe mirrors back to you the essence of your own consciousness. As you absorb these words, feel the stirring of ancient wisdom awakening within you. The knowledge you seek has always resided in your soul, waiting for this moment of recognition. The reality paradox is not merely a concept to be understood, but a truth to be lived, a power to be wielded, and a mystery to be embodied. Part 1, Peeling Back the Veil. Chapter 1. The Mirror of Creation. In the heart of an ancient forest, where wisdom hung like morning dew upon emerald leaves, lived a traveler named Aldrich. Lost among twisted paths and shadowed glens, he wandered until stumbling upon a peculiar clearing. There, suspended between two ancient oaks, hung a mirror unlike any other. Its surface rippled like water, yet held no reflection of the forests surrounding it. As Aldrich gazed into its depths, he witnessed not his physical form, but the landscape of his thoughts. His fears of being lost manifested as thorny vines across the mirror's surface, while his hope for finding his way sparkled like distant stars. With each shift in his emotions, the mirror's display transformed, teaching him that his inner world shaped the reality he perceived. Through this mystical encounter, Aldrich discovered that the forest had never truly held him captive. His own thoughts had created the maze he wandered. As his understanding deepened, the paths before him cleared, guided by the light of his awakened consciousness. In another time, there lived a farmer named Marcus, who toiled upon unyielding earth. Day after day, he scattered seeds across rocky soil, cursing the land for its stubborn resistance to his efforts. His neighbors' fields flourished while his remained barren, leading him to blame his misfortune on the ground beneath his feet. One morning, an elder of the village observed Marcus's struggles and shared a truth that would transform his understanding. The seeds you plant in the earth matter less than those you nurture in your mind. Your thoughts of lack have hardened the soil more than any stone. The farmer came to understand that his bitter thoughts had created the very resistance he fought against. As he learned to cultivate gratitude and faith in abundance, the land seemed to soften beneath his touch, responding to the change within his heart. These tales mirror the eternal truth that your external world reflects your internal state with perfect accuracy. Like Aldrich's enchanted mirror and Marcus's resistant soil, your reality serves as a faithful reflection of your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. Find a quiet moment before your mirror, allowing its surface to become more than mere glass. Stand in stillness, meeting your own gaze with gentle awareness. As you observe your reflection, see beyond the physical form to the inner landscape that shapes your outer world. Breathe deeply and ask, what truth does my life mirror back to me? Let insights arise naturally, noting how your current circumstances reflect your predominant thoughts and feelings. Take your journal and inscribe 3 revelations about the connection between your inner and outer worlds. Write with honesty, acknowledging the patterns you discover. This practice, passed down through generations of wisdom keepers, serves as a gateway to understanding the mirror of reality that surrounds you. Chapter 2. Cracks in the Illusion. In the heart of an ancient village there lived a potter named Wren, whose masterful hands shaped clay into vessels of extraordinary beauty. Among his creations, one vase stood apart. Its elegant form and delicate glazing made it his most treasured work. One morning, as sunlight streamed through his workshop window, the vase slipped from its shelf and shattered upon the floor. As Wren gathered the pieces, his tears falling upon the broken clay, he noticed something extraordinary. Within each break, threads of gold began to emerge, as if the very act of breaking had revealed a hidden treasure woven into the vessel's essence. What he had seen as destruction unveiled a beauty that had remained concealed within the unbroken form. The truth whispers to you now, as it did to Wren. Within every fracture of your perceived reality lies a golden thread of wisdom, waiting to be discovered. When life shatters your carefully crafted plans, look closely at the breaks. They are not endings, but doorways to deeper understanding. In distant waters, a sailor named Kai found himself caught in a tempest that threatened to overwhelm his vessel. The stars he relied upon for navigation vanished behind storm clouds, leaving him adrift in darkness. Yet as waves crashed against his ship, he noticed faint lights flickering on the horizon, lights that had remained invisible in calmer waters. These distant beacons guided Kai through the storm, revealing a passage he would never have discovered in fair weather. The turbulent waters, which he had cursed as his enemy, became his greatest teacher, showing him truths that peaceful seas could never reveal. Just as Kai's storm unveiled hidden pathways, the challenges you face serve as beacons of illumination. Each difficulty that arises in your life carries within it a light of understanding, waiting to guide you toward greater awareness. The wisdom of these tales leads us to an ancient practice, passed down through generations of those who understood that every challenge conceals a gift. Find a quiet moment and bring to mind a recent difficulty that has disrupted your path. Take your journal and, with mindful attention, inscribe 3 precious insights this challenge has revealed to you. Let the golden threads of wisdom emerge from the broken places in your life, just as they did from Wren's shattered vase. Allow the storm's lightning to illuminate the hidden treasures within your journey, just as the tempest guided Kai to new shores. Chapter 3. The Power of the Observer. In the ancient kingdom of Persepolis, there lived an astronomer named Tarik, who spent his nights studying the celestial dance above. Each evening, he would climb to his observation tower, certain he had mapped every star's position with perfect precision. Yet one night, as he shifted his position to avoid a falling leaf, he noticed something remarkable. The stars appeared to move with him. Night after night, Tarik explored this phenomenon, discovering that his vantage point shaped the very patterns he observed. The constellations he had believed fixed and unchanging revealed new arrangements as he altered his perspective. What he witnessed was not merely the movement of heavenly bodies, but the dance between observer and observed. You, like Tarik, stand at the center of your own universe. The reality you perceive shifts and transforms according to where you place your attention. This is not merely metaphor, but a fundamental truth echoed in the wisdom of both ancient sages and modern quantum understanding. The observer shapes the observed. In a distant mountain monastery, a painter named Ming worked on a masterpiece spanning an entire wall. For months she painted the same scene, a serene landscape of mountains and mist. One morning, as sunlight touched her brush, she noticed how her attention naturally drew her to certain elements of the painting, while others faded into shadow. Following this insight, Ming began to consciously direct her focus to different aspects of her work. As her attention shifted, the painting transformed beneath her brush. Areas that received her mindful awareness bloomed with vibrant detail, while those left unattended remained in soft obscurity. Through this process, she discovered that her attention itself was the most powerful tool in her artistic arsenal. Your consciousness, like Ming's brush, shapes the canvas of your experience. Where you choose to direct your awareness determines which aspects of reality come into sharp focus and which remain in the periphery. This power of conscious attention is your birthright, a tool as ancient as consciousness itself. Take now this timeless practice. Find a quiet space and allow yourself 5 minutes of pure observation. Let your gaze rest upon your surroundings without judgment or analysis. Notice how the simple act of shifting your perspective, looking from a different angle, focusing on different details, transforms your experience of what you observe. Feel how your attention, like a gentle stream, brings life and vibrancy to whatever it touches. Through this practice, you begin to recognize your role as both observer and creator of your reality. Like Tarik with his stars and Ming with her painting, you hold the power to transform your world through the simple yet profound act of conscious attention. Chapter 4. The Veil of Belief. In a sun-dappled village square, a young girl named Luna discovered a peculiar merchant's cart filled with gleaming spectacles. The merchant, his eyes twinkling with ancient knowledge, offered her a pair of glasses unlike any other. As Luna placed them upon her nose, the world transformed before her eyes. The once vibrant marketplace became gray and lifeless, while previously unnoticed flowers blazed with ethereal light. Through these mystical lenses, Luna witnessed how her thoughts colored every sight. When fear crept into her heart, shadows lengthened, and familiar faces grew stern. When joy bubbled within, even the simplest stones sparkled with hidden beauty. The glasses revealed not the world as it was, but as she believed it to be. You, like Luna, view existence through the lenses of your beliefs. These invisible filters shape every experience, every interaction, every moment of your life. Your beliefs are not mere thoughts. They are the very architecture of your reality, determining what you perceive as possible or impossible. beautiful or frightening, worthy or worthless. In the mountains of ancient Tibet, an elder named Rinchen noticed how his village clung to beliefs that no longer served them. Year after year, they planted crops according to outdated traditions, refusing to adapt even as the seasons shifted. Rinchen gathered the villagers and presented them with a simple truth. Their beliefs about when to plant had become chains rather than wings. Through gentle questioning and patient guidance, Rinchen helped his people examine their inherited wisdom. As they dared to question what they had always assumed true, new possibilities emerged. The village flourished not because the earth had changed, but because their beliefs had evolved. This wisdom speaks directly to your journey. Each belief you hold acts as a lens through which you interpret life's experiences. Some of these beliefs elevate and empower, while others limit and constrain. The power lies not in the circumstances themselves, but in your chosen perspective. Take now this transformative practice. In the silence of your own presence, write down one belief you hold about yourself or the world. Examine it as you would a curious artifact, not with judgment, but with gentle awareness. How does this belief color your experiences? What doors might open if this belief were to shift? Let your awareness rest in this contemplation, knowing that as your beliefs transform, so too does your reality. Chapter 5. Reality's Hidden Layers. In the heart of the Himalayas, a wanderer named Kai discovered an ancient temple carved into living stone. For days, he had followed whispered legends of a sanctuary where reality's veils grew thin. As shadows lengthened across weathered steps, Kai noticed strange markings that seemed to shift beneath his gaze. His fingers traced an intricate pattern, and suddenly, stone gave way to light. Beyond the hidden door stretched endless corridors of luminescence, each pathway leading deeper into mystery. As Kai ventured forward, each layer revealed new truths, like pages of an infinite book. The surface reality he had known dissolved, revealing worlds within worlds, truths beneath truths. You too stand before such a doorway. The reality you perceive is but the first layer of an infinite tapestry. Each experience in your life contains depths waiting to be explored, wisdom waiting to be uncovered. Just as a single drop of water contains universes when viewed through different lenses, your daily experiences hold layers of meaning and truth. In the coastal village of Meridia lived a pearl diver named Amara. While others skimmed the surface waters for easy treasures, Amara dove deeper, past the sun-touched waves, through the twilight zone, into depths where few dared venture. In these dark waters she discovered not just pearls, but ancient artifacts, hidden caves, and mysteries that transformed her understanding of the sea. Those who watched from shore questioned her courage, warning of dangers in the deep. Yet Amara knew that true treasures lay beneath the surface, waiting for those brave enough to explore. With each dive, she returned not just with precious objects, but with wisdom earned in the depths. Your life mirrors Amara's ocean. Surface experiences, your daily routines, casual interactions, fleeting emotions, float like foam on waves. Yet beneath these superficial layers lie profound truths waiting to be discovered. A moment of frustration might mask a deep yearning for growth. A seemingly chance encounter might conceal a pivotal lesson. A period of challenge might veil an opportunity for transformation. To access these deeper realms, you must become like both Kai and Amara, willing to venture beyond the familiar, ready to explore what lies beneath the surface of your experiences. The universe speaks in layers, each level revealing new aspects of truth. Now, find a quiet space where you can journey inward. For 10 minutes, imagine your life as a series of layers, like the depths of Amara's ocean or Kai's corridors of light. Choose a current situation in your life and gently peel back its surface appearance. What deeper truth lies beneath? What wisdom waits to be discovered in these inner depths? Let your awareness sink beneath the obvious, beyond the immediate, into the profound truths that await your discovery. Chapter 6. The Seen and the Unseen. In the heart of an ancient monastery lived a monk named Theron, who sought understanding of life's deepest mysteries. One night he received a vision instructing him to enter the monastery's sacred labyrinth while blindfolded. Though fear whispered caution, wisdom spoke louder. With eyes covered, Theron stepped into the maze. At first his movements were hesitant, hands outstretched into darkness. Yet as he walked, something extraordinary occurred. A gentle warmth would touch his right shoulder before each correct turn. A cool breeze would brush his left cheek, warning of wrong paths. Though he could not see, unseen forces guided his journey, leading him to the labyrinth's heart. You too walk a path where visible and invisible forces intertwine. Every moment, seen and unseen energies dance together, creating the tapestry of your experience. The physical world you touch and see is but half the story. The other half moves in currents of energy, intention, and divine guidance. The universe operates through this sacred partnership of visible and invisible forces. Just as gravity moves unseen yet holds planets in their orbits, subtle energies shape the course of your life. These forces respond to your thoughts, align with your intentions, and guide your steps when you learn to trust their presence. In a distant valley lived Sophia, a gardener whose flowers bloomed with extraordinary vigor. While other gardeners focused solely on what grew above ground, Sophia understood the hidden half of her garden. Each morning she would honor the unseen network of roots, the microscopic organisms enriching her soil, the invisible exchange of nutrients that supported her plants' visible beauty. The flowers receive the praise, she would say, but their dance is choreographed below ground. Sophia knew that her role was to nurture both realms, the seen and unseen, understanding that they were one continuous whole. Your life flourishes through this same principle. Every visible achievement rests upon invisible foundations. The promotion at work manifests through unseen networking connections. The perfect opportunity appears through hidden synchronicities. Love blossoms through intangible bonds of heart and spirit. To align with these forces, take a moment now to acknowledge their presence. Write a heartfelt letter to the unseen energies that support your journey. Express gratitude for their subtle guidance, their hidden support, their invisible yet powerful presence in your life. Invite their continued partnership in your unfolding path. Let your words bridge the seen and unseen realms, opening channels for deeper guidance and support. Chapter 7. The Universe Speaks in Symbols. In a time beyond memory, a poet named Astra wandered the ancient paths beneath starlit skies. Night after night she observed patterns in the celestial dance above, noting how certain configurations coincided with events in her journey. Through patient observation, she discovered that the stars were not merely points of light, but messages woven into the fabric of existence. You too are surrounded by a language more ancient than words. The universe speaks through patterns, signs, and meaningful coincidences that many dismiss as chance. These synchronicities are threads of divine communication, weaving through the tapestry of your daily life. When you open your awareness to this cosmic dialogue, you begin to notice the subtle ways the universe guides your path. A recurring number catches your eye. An animal appears at significant moments. A song plays that answers your unspoken question. These are not random events, but whispers from the infinite intelligence that orchestrates all of creation. In a distant kingdom lived Maya, a weaver whose tapestries captured the essence of life's flow. As she worked her loom, she noticed certain patterns emerging unbidden in her work. Spirals that mirrored the changing seasons, waves that echoed the rhythm of breath, geometric forms that reflected universal truths. One day, Maya realized these patterns were more than mere decoration. They were messages, revealing the underlying currents of existence. By studying the recurring motifs in her weaving, she gained insight into the cycles of her own life, understanding when to act and when to wait, when to hold on and when to release. Like Maya's tapestry, your life contains patterns rich with meaning, events that repeat, themes that resurface, symbols that appear at crucial moments. These are not coincidences, but communications from the cosmic intelligence that guides your journey. To deepen your understanding of this universal language, begin keeping a journal of the symbols and synchronicities that appear in your daily life. Note the numbers, images, animals, or events that repeat. Record your dreams and the patterns they reveal. Reflect on what these recurring elements might be telling you about your path. This practice will attune you to the subtle guidance that surrounds you, helping you navigate your journey with greater awareness and trust in the universe's wisdom. Chapter 8. The Great Illusionist. In the ancient city of Mystara, there lived a renowned magician named Thaddeus. His performances drew crowds from distant lands, each spectator eager to witness his seemingly impossible feats. Yet one evening, as the audience gasped at his grandest illusion, Thaddeus stepped forward and revealed a truth that would forever change those who heard it. The greatest magic, he declared, is not what you see before you, but what you create within. With these words, he showed how each person crafts their own reality through the power of their thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. You, like every being who walks this earthly plane, are both the magician and the audience of your life's performance. The world you experience is shaped by the subtle tricks your mind plays upon itself, the stories you tell, the limits you accept, the boundaries you draw around what is possible. These illusions are not mere fantasies, but powerful forces that shape your daily experience. When you believe success is beyond your reach, your mind crafts evidence to support this belief. When you see yourself as unworthy of love, your actions unconsciously push away connection. These are the real magic tricks, the ones that transform your inner beliefs into outer reality. In the mountain village of Sarah, there lived a sculptor named Marcus, who spent years working on a single block of marble. While others saw his endless chiseling as madness, Marcus understood a deeper truth. "I am not creating," he would say. "I am revealing what has always been there." Day after day, he removed layers of stone until at last a magnificent figure emerged, not constructed, but uncovered from within the marble itself. Those who beheld it wept, for they recognized in its form their own hidden potential. Like Marcus's marble, your authentic self exists beneath layers of accumulated beliefs, expectations, and limitations. These are not your true nature, but overlays that obscure your innate wisdom and power. The work of self-discovery is not about adding something new, but about removing what conceals your essential truth. The time has come to examine the illusions you maintain about yourself and your life. Take a moment now to sit in quiet reflection. What stories have you accepted as truth that may be merely smoke and mirrors? What limitations have you placed upon yourself that exist only in your mind? Find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed. With pen and paper, write down one illusion you've recognized in your life, a belief about yourself or your capabilities that may not be true. Examine its origins. When did you first accept this as reality? How has it shaped your choices and experiences? Now imagine how your life might transform if you were to release this illusion. Write down 3 specific ways your experience would shift if you saw through this self-created limitation. Chapter 9. Unmasking Limiting Narratives. In a village nestled among ancient hills, there lived a storyteller named Amara, whose words held a peculiar power. Each evening, villagers gathered to hear her tales, and as seasons passed, something extraordinary became apparent. The lives of her listeners began to mirror the stories she shared. Those who heard tales of courage grew bold, while those who listened to stories of limitation found themselves bound by invisible chains. You, like those villagers, live within the stories you tell yourself. These narratives shape not just your memories of the past, but your experience of the present and your vision of what's possible. The words you whisper in your mind become the fabric of your reality, weaving patterns that either lift you toward your dreams or anchor you to old limitations. The power of your inner narrative extends beyond mere thoughts. It reaches into the very essence of your being, influencing how you move through the world, how you respond to challenges, and what you believe is possible for your life. In the distant mountains of the east there lived a magnificent phoenix named Zephyr. Unlike other phoenixes who burned and rose again in predictable cycles, Zephyr discovered that each resurrection offered a choice. Through conscious intention, it could emerge in any form it envisioned, its feathers taking on new patterns, its wings growing stronger or more graceful as it desired. The phoenix's wisdom speaks to your own power of reinvention. Each moment offers an opportunity to rise anew, to shed old stories that no longer serve you, and to embrace a narrative that aligns with your highest potential. Your life story is not carved in stone, but written in sand, ready to be reshaped with each new tide of awareness. This eternal truth beckons you now. You're not bound by the stories of your past. The narrative you hold about yourself can transform as surely as the phoenix rises from its ashes. Whether you've told yourself tales of limitation or unworthiness, of past failures or future fears, you hold the quill that writes your next chapter. Find a quiet moment and settle into a space of possibility. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to release the old stories that have defined you. Now begin writing a new narrative for your life, starting with the words "I am." Let your words flow freely, unconstrained by past limitations. Write with the understanding that these words carry the power to reshape your reality. This is not merely an exercise in positive thinking, but a conscious act of reality creation through the power of your chosen narrative. Chapter 10. The Paradox of Truth. In the high mountains of an ancient land, a monk named Chen lived in a temple perched between earth and sky. Each day, as the sun traced its path across the heavens, Chen would sit in the temple's courtyard, observing how light and shadow danced as eternal partners. Visitors who sought his wisdom often arrived carrying the weight of their inner conflicts, seeing life as a battle between opposing forces. You too may find yourself caught between such seeming contradictions, success and failure, joy and sorrow, strength and vulnerability. Yet within these apparent opposites lies a profound truth that can transform your understanding of existence. The light cannot exist without shadow, just as the shadow cannot be without light. They are not enemies, but complementary aspects of the same reality. When you resist one in favor of the other, you create discord within yourself. But when you embrace both, you discover a deeper harmony that transcends duality. This wisdom echoes through the ages. Every aspect of your experience contains its opposite. Your greatest strengths often house your deepest vulnerabilities. Your moments of doubt can lead to unshakable certainty. Your failures plant the seeds of future triumphs. Along the ancient valleys flows the river Way, neither fighting its banks nor resisting its course. It moves with grace through narrow gorges and wide meadows alike, accepting each turn of its journey. The river teaches that true power lies not in opposing what confines us, but in flowing harmoniously within our circumstances. As the river accepts both the constraining banks and the freedom of its flow, you too can embrace life's apparent contradictions. Your path to wholeness lies not in choosing between opposites, but in recognizing their essential unity. When you accept both your light and shadow aspects, both your strengths and weaknesses, you align with the natural flow of existence. Take a moment now to reflect on a situation in your life where two seemingly opposite truths exist simultaneously. Perhaps you feel both strong and vulnerable, both certain and uncertain, both ready to advance and in need of rest. Write about how accepting both sides of this apparent contradiction shifts your perspective. Notice how embracing these opposites creates a sense of wholeness and peace that transcends the need to choose between them. In this practice, you open yourself to a deeper understanding that truth often resides not in either or, but in both and. As you write, allow yourself to hold these opposing truths with equal acceptance, discovering the wisdom that emerges when you release the need to resolve their paradox. Part 2. Unlocking the Cosmic Code. Chapter 11. The Quantum Key. In a forgotten corner of an ancient city lived an inventor named Ibrahim, whose workshop brimmed with curious contraptions and mysterious devices. One evening, while organizing his collection of artifacts, he discovered a peculiar key unlike any he had seen before. Its surface seemed to shift and change, reflecting not just light, but possibilities themselves. As Ibrahim studied the key, he noticed it responded to his thoughts, shimmering with different patterns when he focused on various desires. He soon realized the key wasn't meant to open physical locks, but rather to unlock the infinite potential that exists in the space between thoughts and reality. You too possess such a key, your consciousness. Like Ibrahim's mysterious artifact, your focused attention unlocks doors to infinite possibilities that exist in the quantum field. This vast ocean of potential surrounds you always, waiting for your awareness to collapse infinite possibilities into tangible reality. Within the quantum field, all possibilities exist simultaneously until observed. Your thoughts and feelings act as the observer, determining which possibilities manifest into your experience. This is not mere metaphor, but the very mechanism through which the universe operates. In a distant valley lived Maya, a gifted musician known for her ability to create transcendent harmonies. She understood that before playing any piece, she must first tune her instrument to the precise frequency required. One day, while adjusting her strings, she experienced a moment of clarity. Just as her instrument needed to vibrate at the right frequency to produce beautiful music, her consciousness needed to align with the frequency of her desires to bring them into being. Like Maya's instrument, your consciousness must resonate with what you wish to manifest. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with your desires, you naturally draw those experiences into your reality. This alignment is not about forcing or struggling, but about finding the natural harmony between your inner state and your outer circumstances. Like a masterful conductor leading an orchestra, you must bring every element of your being into perfect synchronization. Your thoughts become the melody, your emotions the harmony, and your beliefs the underlying rhythm, all working in concert to create the symphony of your desired reality. When these elements flow together effortlessly, you enter a state of divine resonance with the universe itself. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and spend 5 minutes visualizing a desired outcome as if it already exists in your life. Rather than focusing on the wanting of it, immerse yourself in the feeling of already having or being what you desire. Let your entire being resonate with the frequency of this reality, knowing that in the quantum field, it already exists. Chapter 12. Vibrations. In the misty hills of an ancient land, there lived a young healer named Amara. From her earliest days, she felt the subtle currents of energy flowing through all living things. Yet she struggled to understand why some days her healing touch brought miraculous results, while on others it seemed to have little effect. One dawn, as she walked through the morning dew, an elderly woman appeared on her path. Without speaking, the woman guided Amara to place her hands upon a wilting flower. "Your energy is like water," the woman whispered. "It must flow at the same rhythm as that which you wish to heal." Under her guidance, Amara learned to adjust her inner state until she felt her energy dancing in perfect harmony with the flower's life force. Before her eyes, the plant straightened and bloomed. You too are constantly emanating energy through your thoughts, emotions, and intentions. This energy vibrates at specific frequencies, attracting experiences that match its resonance. When you understand this principle, you begin to recognize that every moment offers a choice to raise or lower your energetic frequency. The universe responds not to your words or actions alone, but to the quality of energy you radiate. Like attracts like in the grand cosmic dance, drawing to you circumstances, people, and opportunities that mirror your internal frequency. In a distant kingdom, there lived a harpist named Kai, who possessed an extraordinary gift. His music carried such pure vibrations that it could influence the very elements themselves. One stormy night, as violent winds threatened his village, Kai took his harp to the highest hill. Instead of fighting against the tempest's chaos, he began playing notes that matched its wild energy. Gradually, he shifted to calmer, more harmonious tones. As his music transformed, so too did the storm, until finally, the skies cleared and peace returned to the land. This tale mirrors your own power to transform circumstances through conscious elevation of your energy. Like Kai, you need not fight against what you wish to change. Instead, first match its current frequency, then gradually guide it toward a higher vibration. Your emotional state is your most reliable indicator of your energetic frequency. Joy, love, gratitude, and peace vibrate at the highest levels, while fear, anger, and doubt resonate at lower frequencies. By choosing thoughts and activities that uplift your energy, you naturally attract more uplifting experiences. Take a moment now to list 3 activities or thoughts that consistently raise your energetic frequency. Perhaps walking in nature, expressing gratitude, or spending time with loved ones. Reflect deeply on each one, feeling how it resonates with your spirit. Select one to engage with today. paying careful attention to how it affects your state of being. Notice the subtle shifts in your mood, your posture, even your breath as you align with this higher vibration. Watch with awareness how your elevated energy influences the events and interactions that follow, for the universe cannot help but respond to your heightened frequency. This simple practice of conscious elevation becomes a powerful key to transforming your daily experience. Chapter 13. The Web of Interconnectedness. In the ancient scrolls of celestial wisdom, there lies a tale of Arachne, a spider whose silk gleamed with starlight. Each night, she would climb to the highest mountain peak, casting her threads between the stars themselves. As her web grew, she noticed how a gentle tug on one strand would cause distant stars to shimmer in response. Through patience and devotion, she wove a tapestry that united the heavens, revealing the profound truth that all existence moves as one. You stand at the center of your own cosmic web, though your eyes may not yet perceive its golden threads. Every thought you hold, every word you speak, every action you take sends ripples through the fabric of reality. These vibrations touch lives you may never meet, influence events you may never witness, and shape the world in ways you cannot imagine. The law of interconnection reveals that separation is but an illusion. Your joy becomes the spark that ignites another's courage. Your kindness creates waves that wash upon distant shores. Your growth inspires transformations in hearts you have never known. In the depths of an ancient valley stood a solitary oak tree named Eldor. For centuries it appeared to stand alone, reaching skyward in seeming isolation. Yet beneath the earth, its roots had formed an intricate network with a vast hidden forest. Through these unseen pathways, Eldor shared nutrients with struggling saplings, sent warnings of approaching storms, and supported the entire ecosystem in perfect balance. What appeared as independence above ground was, in truth, a symphony of cooperation below. Like Eldor, you are supported by countless invisible connections. The air you breathe carries molecules that once danced in distant forests. The thoughts you think build upon wisdom gathered through ages. The opportunities before you arise from the combined efforts of countless others. Take a moment now to examine your place within this living tapestry. Reflect on 3 ways your actions or thoughts influence the world around you. Perhaps your morning smile brightens a stranger's day, or your patient listening gives strength to a friend. Write down one conscious way you choose to send positive ripples through your web of connections today. Through this sacred practice, you begin to awaken to your role as both weaver and thread in the grand design of existence. Your awareness of these connections becomes the key to wielding your true power as a co-creator of reality. Like a master artisan discovering the secrets of their craft, you learn to recognize the subtle ways your energy interweaves with the cosmic tapestry. As your consciousness expands, you understand that every thought, every action ripples outward, touching countless lives in ways both seen and unseen. This awakening marks the first step toward conscious manifestation of your deepest desires. Chapter 14. The Precision of Intention. In a distant mountain village lived an archer named Renzo, renowned for his fierce determination. Day after day, he practiced with unwavering intensity, his muscles straining as he forced each arrow toward its target. Despite his tremendous efforts, his arrows often strayed from their mark, leaving him frustrated and exhausted. One morning, a wandering sage observed Renzo's practice. "Your strength blinds you to the true path," the sage whispered. Under the sage's guidance, Renzo learned to quiet his mind and hold only the target in his thoughts. As his grip softened and his breath steadied, something remarkable occurred. His arrows began finding their mark with effortless precision. When you set an intention in the universe, force creates resistance. Like Renzo's initial attempts, pushing against the flow of life only creates tension and misalignment. True power lies in the clarity of your vision and the stillness of your mind. The universe responds not to the intensity of your struggle, but to the precision of your thoughts. When you align your consciousness with your desired outcome, allowing rather than forcing, you tap into the natural flow of manifestation. Your role is not to make things happen, but to hold the vision with unwavering clarity while allowing the universal forces to arrange the perfect circumstances. On a rocky coastline stood a lighthouse keeper named Marina. Each night she would light the beacon, not by wrestling with the waves or shouting commands to passing ships. Instead, she simply maintained the clarity of her light, knowing it would guide vessels safely to harbor. Those who saw her beacon didn't need to understand how it worked. They simply followed its unwavering guidance home. Like Marina's lighthouse, your intentions serve as beacons in the field of infinite possibility. When you maintain clarity of purpose without attachment to the method of its arrival, you allow the universe to orchestrate the most elegant path to your desires. Like water finding its natural course through the landscape, universal forces will carve the perfect channel for your intentions to flow into manifestation. Trust that the infinite wisdom that guides the stars and seasons knows precisely how to bring your vision into being, often in ways far more magnificent than your limited perspective could have imagined. Take a moment now to write a single, clear intention for one area of your life, stated in positive, present-tense terms, as if it already exists. Close your eyes and see this intention manifesting with perfect precision, feeling the naturalness of its unfolding. Release any need to control the process, trusting that just as an arrow finds its mark through proper alignment rather than force, your intention will manifest through clarity rather than struggle. Chapter 15, The Paradox of Surrender. In a secluded river valley, a young swimmer named Kira battled daily against the rushing waters. Each morning she would thrust herself upstream, muscles straining, determination etched across her face. Despite her remarkable strength, she made little progress, exhausting herself in her constant struggle against nature's flow. You, like Kira, may find yourself locked in resistance with life's currents. The very force you apply to control your circumstances often becomes the weight that holds you beneath the surface. One day, weary from her endless struggle, Kira allowed herself to float backward. In that moment of surrender, she discovered a profound truth. The river knew exactly where to carry her. As she relaxed into its flow, she found herself guided to peaceful pools and gentle passages she had never noticed in her upstream battles. The universe operates through a divine intelligence far greater than your limited perspective can comprehend. When you release your grip on how things should be, you open yourself to the infinite possibilities that exist beyond your current understanding. High in the mountain peaks, a small bird named Maya clung desperately to her branch during a storm. The harder the wind blew, the tighter she gripped, until her wings ached with the effort of holding on. Only when she finally released her perch did she discover that the same winds she feared would destroy her actually lifted her to soar higher than she had ever flown before. The act of surrender is not one of weakness but of profound wisdom. It is the recognition that you are part of a greater flow, supported by forces beyond your comprehension. Just as Maya found her true power not in resistance but in release, you too will discover that your greatest achievements often come when you let go of forcing outcomes. Take a moment to reflect on an area of your life where you feel yourself straining against the current. Where are you forcing, controlling, or refusing to let go? Write this down in your journal. Now imagine releasing this situation to the universe's care. What would it feel like to trust that the same force that guides the planets in their orbits, that orchestrates the dance of galaxies and the turning of seasons, can perfectly orchestrate this aspect of your life? Imagine the profound peace that comes with knowing that this infinite intelligence holds your situation in its divine care. Write down specific ways you can practice surrendering control in this situation, knowing that in letting go you open yourself to receiving something far greater than what your limited perspective can envision. Consider small daily actions that symbolize your trust, perhaps a morning ritual of release, a mindful pause when anxiety arises, or a conscious choice to respond with acceptance rather than resistance. In this sacred act of surrender, you align yourself with the very power that brings order to chaos and light to darkness. Chapter 16. The Reality Feedback Loop. In the sacred mountains of an ancient land, a monk named Tenzin discovered a vast cave system where every sound returned with perfect clarity. Each morning, he would enter the cave's depths, his words echoing back to him with mysterious precision. Peace, he would speak, and peace would return. Suffering, he would whisper, and suffering would bounce back through the chambers. You, like Tenzin, exist within a cosmic echo chamber, where life mirrors your inner state with unwavering accuracy. The universe responds not just to your words, but to the very essence of your thoughts and emotions, creating patterns that repeat until you choose to alter them. The echoes of your consciousness ripple through the fabric of reality, returning to you experiences that match their frequency. When you send forth thoughts of lack, lack returns. When you emanate abundance, abundance flows back. This is not punishment or reward, but the natural law of resonance that governs all creation. In the fertile valleys below, a gardener named Chen noticed his crops yielded bitter fruit season after season. Despite his diligent care, something was amiss. One day, examining his seeds, he realized they came from bitter plants. With newfound understanding, he sought out seeds from the sweetest fruits in the village. The next season, his garden flourished with the most succulent harvest anyone had known. Just as Chen discovered, the seeds you plant, your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations, determine the harvest you reap. If you continue to sow the same seeds, you cannot expect different fruits. The patterns in your life persist not because they are fixed, but because they reflect the unchanging nature of your inner garden. To transform your reality's echo, you must first change the sound you send into the cave. To alter your life's harvest, you must plant different seeds. The power lies not in fighting against existing patterns, but in consciously choosing new ones to establish. Like a musician who learns to play a new melody, you must practice different thoughts until they become as natural as breathing. Each moment presents an opportunity to sow fresh seeds of possibility, to sing a new song into the universe. The ancient ones knew this truth, that transformation begins not with resistance to what is, but with the gentle persistence of creating what could be. Take a moment now to identify one pattern that repeats in your life. Write it in your journal. Then, like the monk in the cave, listen carefully to the thoughts and emotions that precede this pattern. What new thought or action could you introduce to create a different echo? Write down one specific change you will implement, knowing that as you alter the signal, the universe must reflect back a new response. Chapter 17. The Mirror Principle Unveiled. In the heart of an ancient city lived an artist named Maya, who spent her days creating masterpieces that captured the essence of life itself. One morning, as she approached her newest canvas, something extraordinary occurred. With each brushstroke, she noticed familiar features emerging: her own eyes, the curve of her smile, the light that danced within her soul. Though she had intended to paint a landscape, her inner world had manifested upon the canvas. You too are painting upon the canvas of existence with every thought, feeling, and belief you hold within. Your reality serves as a mirror, reflecting back the colors and textures of your inner landscape with perfect precision. When you gaze upon your life circumstances, you witness a living portrait of your consciousness. The law of reflection operates with unwavering consistency, showing you aspects of yourself you might otherwise miss. Your relationships echo your self-worth. Your abundance mirrors your beliefs about prosperity, and your health reflects your inner harmony. This mirror offers not judgment, but guidance, a way to understand the artist within. By the crystalline waters of a sacred pool dwelled a dancer named Indra. Each dawn, she would move in harmony with the rising sun, her graceful gestures creating ripples across the water's surface. She observed how her gentlest movement could transform the entire pool, how her stillness would calm the waters, and how her erratic motions would disturb their peace. Like Indra's dance, your inner state creates ripples that transform your external world. When you shift your internal rhythm, reality must adjust its dance to match your new frequency. The power to change your circumstances lies not in manipulating the outer world, but in transforming the dancer within. This ancient wisdom teaches that external change begins with internal transformation. Before seeking to alter your circumstances or struggling against the conditions that surround you, look within yourself. What aspects of your inner world are being mirrored in your current situation? What thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are you radiating into the universe? The answer lies not in fighting against what you see, but in changing what you emanate. Like a lighthouse whose beam cuts through darkness, your inner light shapes the reality before you. When you transform the source, the reflection must follow, for this is the eternal law that governs all manifestation. Take time now to examine one situation in your external life that mirrors your inner state. Perhaps a challenging relationship reflects unresolved self-doubt, or financial struggles echo beliefs about worthiness. In your journal, write down 3 specific ways you can shift your inner world to create outer change. Remember, as you transform within, the mirror of reality must reflect your new state of being. Chapter 18. Rewriting Reality's Script. In a grand theater at the heart of an ancient city, there lived a playwright named Thaddeus. Each evening, as actors brought his stories to life upon the stage, he watched from the shadows of the balcony, quill in hand. One night, as a particularly sorrowful scene unfolded, he felt compelled to rewrite the dialogue. As he scratched new words onto his parchment, something miraculous occurred. The actor's words changed in perfect synchronicity with his writing, transforming tragedy into triumph. You possess this same power to rewrite the narrative of your existence. Every moment presents an opportunity to reshape your story through the conscious direction of your thoughts and words. The universe responds to your inner dialogue as surely as those actors responded to Thaddeus's rewrites. Through visualization and affirmation, you speak directly to the cosmic playwright within. These tools are not mere positive thinking, they are the very instruments of creation, allowing you to redirect the flow of universal energy. When you visualize with clarity and affirm with conviction, You command the forces of manifestation to align with your chosen narrative. In a distant mountain village, a weaver named Arya worked at her loom, creating tapestries of extraordinary beauty. One day, examining her latest work, she noticed a pattern that spoke of limitation and lack. Without hesitation, she began pulling threads, carefully unwinding the old design. Then, with golden thread, she rewove the fabric, creating a new pattern of abundance and joy. As she worked, the village itself seemed to transform, reflecting the prosperity she had woven into her tapestry. Like Arya's golden threads, your chosen thoughts and words weave new patterns into the fabric of reality. Each affirmation serves as a thread of light, restructuring the tapestry of your experience. Each visualization acts as a pattern for the universe to follow, guiding the cosmic loom in manifesting your desires. The power of deliberate creation lies not in forcing change, but in aligning your inner narrative with your desired reality. As you speak words of empowerment and hold visions of fulfillment, you rewrite the script of your life. The universe, ever responsive to your inner dialogue, reshapes circumstances to match your new story. Select one area of your life you wish to transform, whether it be relationships, abundance, health, or purpose. Write a clear, powerful affirmation or visualization script that captures the essence of your desired reality, infusing it with emotion and unwavering conviction. Let your words paint a vivid picture of the life you are calling forth. Spend time each day for 1 week fully immersing yourself in this new narrative, feeling it as if it were already true. Let this vision become your dominant thought pattern, your new story. As you consistently align your inner world with this higher truth, notice how your reality begins to shift in response to your renewed inner dialogue. Watch as circumstances, opportunities, and synchronicities emerge to support your transformed perspective. The universe cannot help but reflect back the certainty and clarity of your chosen vision. Chapter 19, Challenges as Divine Invitations. High in the mist-shrouded peaks lived a mountaineer named Kai. Each dawn he ventured forth into treacherous terrain where others dared not climb. While most saw only danger in the sheer cliffs, Kai discovered precious gems nestled within the narrowest crevices. The more challenging the ascent, the more magnificent the treasures he uncovered. Through patience and persistence, he learned that the mountain's greatest gifts lay hidden behind its most daunting facades. You stand now at the base of your own mountain, facing challenges that may seem insurmountable. Yet within each obstacle lies a precious gift waiting to be claimed. The universe places these barriers not to halt your progress, but to guide you toward greater alignment with your highest purpose. When you encounter resistance, remember that it serves as a catalyst for your expansion. Each challenge presents an opportunity to strengthen your resolve, deepen your wisdom, and align more fully with the universal flow. What appears as an obstacle on your path is often a doorway to profound transformation. In the depths of fertile soil, a tiny seed encountered the weight of earth pressing against its shell. Many would view this pressure as a hindrance, yet this very resistance sparked the seed's awakening. As it pushed against the darkness, its shell cracked open, allowing new life to emerge. Through this struggle, the seed transformed into a magnificent flower, its beauty made possible by the very forces that seemed to oppose it. Like the seed, your challenges contain the precise conditions needed for your growth. The pressure you feel is the universe's invitation to crack open to new possibilities. Your resistance becomes the fertile ground from which your strength blooms. When you shift your perspective to view challenges as sacred opportunities, You align with the natural flow of transformation. Each obstacle offers specific lessons designed to guide you toward your highest expression. The steeper the climb, the greater the expansion available to you. Within every trial lies a divine invitation to transcend your current limitations and step into a more awakened version of yourself. Just as diamonds form under intense pressure, your spirit grows stronger through the very resistance you face. Trust that the universe places before you exactly what you need in each moment to evolve into who you are meant to become. Take a moment to identify a challenge currently present in your life. That situation that weighs heavily on your heart or occupies your thoughts. In your journal, write down 3 lessons or opportunities for growth this situation offers, knowing that within every trial lies a sacred teaching waiting to be unveiled. Look beyond the surface difficulty to discover the hidden treasures within this experience, just as a miner must look past rough stone to find precious gems. Let these insights guide you toward a deeper understanding of your journey's purpose, for the universe has carefully chosen this challenge as an instrument of your awakening. Trust that by embracing what appears as an obstacle, you open yourself to profound transformation and align with the divine wisdom orchestrating your path. Chapter 20. Gratitude. In a distant land wandered Soren, whose heart held a peculiar magic. Where others saw only endless dunes of sand and withered branches, Soren discovered beauty in the smallest details. The intricate patterns wind carved into rocks, the resilient cacti reaching toward the sky, the delicate dance of dust motes and sunbeams. With each grateful thought, tiny sprouts emerged from the barren earth. As his appreciation deepened, flowers bloomed in his footsteps, transforming the desert into a flourishing oasis. The power to transform your reality lies not in forcing change, but in cultivating genuine gratitude for what already exists. Like a master key that unlocks abundance, gratitude attunes your energy to the frequency of receiving. When you acknowledge the gifts present in your life, you signal to the universe your readiness to receive more. This ancient wisdom teaches that gratitude acts as the ultimate amplifier, magnifying whatever you focus upon. Just as a magnifying glass intensifies sunlight, your appreciation intensifies the positive energy flowing through your life. Each grateful thought sends ripples through the quantum field, attracting more experiences that match that elevated vibration. In a distant valley lived Maya, a musician whose instrument produced only harsh, discordant sounds. Rather than reject these jarring notes, she found appreciation for their unique qualities. She thanked each dissonant chord for teaching her about harmony. Gradually, the discord transformed into beautiful melodies, for her gratitude had shifted not just the music, but the very essence of sound itself. Like Maya, you hold the power to transform any experience through the lens of appreciation. When you find gratitude even in life's challenges, you transmute their energy into wisdom and growth. Your thankfulness becomes the bridge between what is and what could be, opening doorways to greater possibilities. The universe responds to the quality of your energy more than the quantity of your actions. A single moment of genuine gratitude carries more transformative power than hours of effort fueled by discontent. By cultivating appreciation, you align with the natural flow of abundance that surrounds you always. This divine truth has been whispered through the ages, that your heartfelt thankfulness creates ripples of positive energy that echo through the cosmic fabric of existence. When you approach life with sincere appreciation, you activate an ancient law of attraction that draws forth even greater blessings. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, recognizes and multiplies the pure vibration of a grateful heart. Each morning for the next 7 days, write 5 things for which you feel genuine gratitude. Let your appreciation flow naturally, focusing on both significant and subtle blessings, from the grandest achievements to the gentlest whispers of joy in your daily life. Notice how this practice begins to shift your energy and the experiences you attract, transforming ordinary moments into gateways of possibility. As you consistently direct your attention toward what you appreciate, watch how the universe mirrors this energy back to you in magnificent ways, often exceeding your expectations. This simple yet profound ritual creates ripples of positive transformation that extend far beyond the pages of your gratitude journal, touching every aspect of your existence with divine grace. Part 3: Living Beyond the Illusion. Chapter 21: Beyond the Illusion of Duality. In the heart of an ancient monastery, a monk named Yoshi sat beneath a gnarled oak tree as twilight approached. Day after day, he observed the dance between light and shadow, until one evening, something extraordinary occurred. As the sun's golden rays merged with the approaching darkness, Yoshi witnessed a remarkable transformation. The distinction between day and night dissolved, revealing a luminous golden hue that encompassed all. In this sacred moment, he understood that separation exists only in the mind. You hold within you the power to transcend the illusion of duality. The world presents itself in apparent opposites: success and failure, joy and sorrow, light and darkness. Yet these seeming contradictions exist as different expressions of the same unified force, like 2 sides of a precious coin. The universe operates not through division but through harmony. Every aspect of existence contains within it the seed of its opposite, flowing together in an eternal dance of creation. When you release the need to label experiences as good or bad, you open yourself to the deeper truth of unity consciousness. In a distant valley flowed 2 rivers, one crystal clear, the other dark with minerals. The villagers favored the clear river, avoiding the darker waters. Yet as the rivers journeyed toward the sea, they gradually merged into one mighty current. Their waters intermingled until no separation remained, creating a force more powerful and nurturing than either river alone. Upon reaching the vast ocean, all distinction vanished into the infinite wholeness of being. This eternal truth mirrors your own journey. The aspects of yourself or your life that appear to conflict actually complement each other in ways your conscious mind may not yet comprehend. Just as the rivers found greater strength in unity, your seemingly opposing qualities contribute to the wholeness of who you are. Take a moment to reflect on 2 aspects of your life that appear to be in opposition. Perhaps it's your desire for both stability and adventure, or the balance between work and rest. Maybe you feel torn between your creative passions and practical responsibilities, or between solitude and social connection. In your journal, explore how these apparent opposites might actually support and enhance each other, just as the merging rivers create something greater than their individual flows. Write down specific ways their coexistence contributes to your growth and evolution. Consider how each quality strengthens and tempers the other, bringing wisdom and depth to your experience. Notice how embracing both aspects creates a more complete expression of your authentic self, allowing you to embody the full spectrum of your being. Through this acceptance, you'll discover that what once seemed contradictory now reveals itself as perfectly complementary. Chapter 22: The Stillness Within. In the heart of a bustling marketplace, a wise sage named Ramin sat motionless amidst the chaos. As merchants called their wares and crowds rushed past, he remained perfectly still, a serene smile gracing his weathered face. Those who paused to watch witnessed an extraordinary phenomenon. The noise and movement around him seemed to fade, creating a sphere of profound silence. The greatest power lies not in action, but in the space between actions. Within you exists a sanctuary of stillness, a sacred void from which all creation springs forth. When you access this inner silence, you tap into the infinite potential of the universe itself. Your thoughts, like ripples on a pond, emerge from this still center. The more you cultivate inner quiet, the more clearly you perceive the subtle whispers of universal wisdom. In silence, the illusions of the mind dissolve, revealing the eternal truth of your being. In a small mountain village lived a potter named Maya, who crafted vessels of extraordinary beauty. Unlike other artisans who worked with haste, Maya began each piece by centering herself in perfect stillness. As her wheel turned, she maintained this inner quiet, allowing the clay to flow naturally beneath her hands. Those who received her pottery spoke of feeling a deep peace emanating from each piece, as if the silence itself had been woven into the clay. The vessels you create in your life, whether relationships, projects, or dreams, emerge from your inner state. When you act from stillness, your creations carry that same quality of harmony and grace. Like the potter's wheel, your life spins most true when centered in silence. Each endeavor becomes an expression of the sacred quiet within you, transforming ordinary moments into vessels of profound beauty. Just as Maya shaped her clay with reverent attention, you too can infuse your daily actions with this divine stillness, allowing your authentic nature to flow unimpeded through everything you touch. In this way, your life becomes not merely a series of accomplishments, but a masterwork shaped by the wisdom of the eternal silence. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed, perhaps a corner of your home that feels sacred and calm. Set a timer for 5 minutes, letting this be your permission to temporarily release all worldly concerns. Allow your body to become completely still, like a mountain unmoved by passing storms, and focus your attention on the natural rhythm of your breath flowing in and out. Notice the thoughts that arise without engaging them, letting them pass like clouds across the vast sky of your consciousness. Don't try to chase them away or hold on to them. Simply observe their coming and going with gentle awareness. From this space of silence, watch as insights or clarity naturally emerge, like dewdrops forming in the stillness of dawn. When your timer sounds, take a moment to slowly return to ordinary awareness. Afterward, write down what you discovered in this moment of stillness, knowing that each insight, no matter how subtle, is a gift from the infinite wisdom that dwells within you. Chapter 23. The Infinite Now. In a forgotten corner of an ancient marketplace, a traveler named Ibrahim discovered a peculiar hourglass. Unlike ordinary timepieces, this mystical vessel contained sand that flowed both upward and downward simultaneously, creating an eternal dance in perfect balance. As Ibrahim studied the mesmerizing display, he noticed that the sand only moved when his attention rested fully in the present moment. Any thought of past or future caused the grains to freeze, suspended in mid-flow. Time is not the linear path you have been taught to believe. The present moment stands as an eternal gateway, a threshold through which infinite possibilities flow. When you release your grip on what was and what might be, you step into the power of now, the only moment where transformation is possible. Your mind may wander constantly between memories of the past and dreams of the future, but true power resides solely in the present. Like sand flowing through an hourglass, each moment passes through the narrow bridge of now, carrying with it the seeds of creation. In a distant valley, a young dancer named Lila discovered this truth through movement. As she performed at the annual Harvest Festival, she became lost in the pure joy of dance. In that state of complete presence, time seemed to dissolve. The villagers spoke of how her movements appeared to bend reality itself, creating patterns of light that lingered in the air. What Lila discovered through dance, you can discover through conscious presence. When you fully inhabit the now, you step outside the illusion of time and into the realm of pure potential. Your awareness becomes the bridge between infinite possibility and manifested reality. The present moment is not merely a point between past and future. It is the doorway through which all creation flows. Like the dancer lost in her art, when you surrender fully to now, you align with the creative force of the universe itself. Every breath becomes an opportunity for transformation, every heartbeat a pulse of infinite potential. At 3 different times today, stop whatever you are doing and allow yourself to sink into pure presence. Let your attention rest fully in the present moment, like a leaf settling gently on still water. Notice the texture of the air against your skin, the subtle sounds that surround you, the rhythm of your breath flowing in and out like eternal tides. Feel the solidity of the ground beneath your feet anchoring you to Earth's ancient wisdom, and sense the infinite space around your body extending in all directions. Observe your thoughts and emotions as they arise and pass, like clouds drifting across the vast sky of your awareness, without becoming entangled in their stories. Simply be present with what is, allowing this precious moment to be exactly as it is, perfect, complete, and overflowing with potential. After each practice, note how this deliberate presence affected your experience of reality and how it shifted your perception from the limited world of thought to the boundless realm of pure awareness. In these moments of conscious attention, you touch the timeless truth that has always been waiting beneath the surface of ordinary existence. Chapter 24. The Holographic Reality. In the heart of an ancient temple, there lived a wise guardian named Akira, who protected a remarkable crystal. This crystal, no larger than a dewdrop, held within its countless facets entire universes. Those who gazed into its depths saw not mere reflections, but living worlds, each facet containing the complete essence of all that exists. You possess this same profound truth within your being. Just as each fragment of a hologram contains the complete image, every aspect of your life holds the pattern of the whole. The universe operates not as separate pieces, but as an interconnected web where each part contains and influences the entirety. When you understand this principle, you realize that transforming any single element of your existence ripples through the whole. Like adjusting one thread in a tapestry, the entire pattern shifts in response. This wisdom liberates you from feeling overwhelmed by the magnitude of change you wish to create. Instead, you can focus on perfecting one small aspect, knowing it will naturally harmonize the greater picture. Consider how a single thought influences your entire day, or how one genuine smile can transform an entire relationship. These are not isolated events, but demonstrations of the holographic principle at work in your daily life. In a distant kingdom, there lived an artist named Maya who created intricate mosaics. While others rushed to complete their works, Maya spent days perfecting the placement of a single tile. The other artists mocked her slow progress, but when she finally completed her masterpiece, they stood in awe. That one perfectly placed tile had created a resonance that brought the entire work to life, each piece singing in harmony with the whole. This tale mirrors your own journey of transformation, revealing the profound truth that lies at the heart of all personal growth. By focusing your attention and energy on mastering one small aspect of your life, be it a habit, a relationship, or a skill, you set in motion waves of change that touch every shore of your existence. Like Maya with her tile, your careful attention to detail in one area creates ripples of perfection throughout the whole. The universe responds to this dedication, this unwavering commitment to excellence in even the smallest matters. When you honor the part, you elevate the whole. For in the grand tapestry of existence, each thread you perfect strengthens the entire fabric of your being. Select one specific aspect of your life to transform today. It might be as simple as the way you greet others in the morning, or how you organize your workspace. Perhaps it's the mindfulness with which you prepare your meals, or the gratitude you express before retiring each night. Give this chosen area your complete attention and dedication, treating it as sacred ground where transformation takes root. As you make this focused change, observe how its influence extends beyond its immediate scope, touching realms of your life you never imagined were connected. In your journal, record the subtle ways this single point of transformation creates waves of positive change throughout other areas of your life. Notice how a more organized desk leads to clearer thinking, or how a warmer morning greeting opens doors to deeper connections. Watch and wonder as this microcosm reflects and affects the macrocosm of your entire existence, for in the great tapestry of life, each thread you strengthen reinforces the whole. Chapter 25. Flowing with the Universe. In the heart of a grand concert hall, there lived a gifted violinist named Soren, who struggled to find his place in the orchestra. Night after night, he fought against the collective rhythm, believing his solo performance would shine brighter if he stood apart. Yet the more he resisted, the more discord filled his music. You, like Soren, may find yourself striving against the natural rhythms of life. The universe moves with perfect timing, orchestrating countless elements into a magnificent symphony. When you resist this flow, you create friction that manifests as struggle, stress, and stagnation. The law of alignment reveals that true power emerges not from forcing your will, but from moving in harmony with universal forces. Just as a skilled sailor works with the wind rather than against it, you can learn to recognize and flow with the currents of life. This doesn't mean surrendering your dreams, rather it means understanding that the path to their fulfillment may follow an organic, winding course rather than a straight line. One evening, as Soren sat frustrated after another discordant performance, an ancient melody drifted through the empty hall. Following its source, he discovered a wise musician who taught him the art of improvisation, not as a means of standing out, but as a way of weaving his unique voice into the greater harmony. Along the misty shores of a distant coast, a small stream encountered massive boulders blocking its path to the sea. Instead of crashing against them in frustration, it simply flowed around them, under them, sometimes even over them. Through countless seasons, its gentle persistence carved new channels until the very rocks that once blocked its way became stepping stones in its journey. This stream embodies the wisdom of natural alignment. It never questioned its destination or fought against obstacles. Instead, it adapted, flowed, and transformed challenges into opportunities. The stream's power lay not in its force, but in its flexibility and persistence. Identify one area of resistance in your life, a situation where you find yourself pushing against circumstances rather than flowing with them. Take time to examine where you feel blocked, frustrated, or caught in a pattern of struggle. Write down how you can release that resistance and flow with the situation, just as the stream found its way around the boulders. Consider what small, persistent actions you might take that will gradually transform these obstacles into stepping stones on your path. Remember, true power lies not in forcing your way through, but in finding creative ways to align with the natural flow of life's currents. Chapter 26. Following the breadcrumbs of synchronicity. In a distant village among ancient trees, a young child named Maya discovered a trail of softly glowing breadcrumbs leading into the forest at twilight. Though taught never to venture into the woods after dark, she felt an inexplicable knowing that these luminous markers held significance beyond ordinary understanding. The universe speaks to you through signs and synchronicities, leaving breadcrumbs of divine guidance along your path. Like Maya, you may encounter moments that seem too meaningful to be mere coincidence, a chance encounter that leads to an opportunity, a recurring number that catches your attention, or a book that falls open to exactly the message you need. These synchronicities serve as cosmic signposts, indicating alignment with your highest path. When you attune yourself to their presence, you begin to recognize the intricate web of meaning woven through seemingly random events. The key lies not just in noticing these signs, but in having the courage to follow where they lead. In the mountains of the east, a small bird named Zephyr learned to trust the changing winds. While other birds clung to familiar branches, Zephyr allowed the currents to guide his flight. Through storms and clear skies alike, he followed their invisible pull until they carried him to a hidden valley of abundance that no other bird had discovered. Like Zephyr, you are being guided toward your highest good. The synchronicities you encounter are not random. They are divine breadcrumbs leading you forward. When you trust these subtle signs, you align with the natural flow of universal timing. Reflect on a synchronicity that has recently appeared in your life. That moment when seemingly unrelated events aligned with perfect timing and profound meaning. Write about its deeper significance, exploring not just what occurred on the surface, but the whispered message woven between the coincidences. What hidden truth might this divine orchestration be revealing to you? How can you honor this guidance by taking inspired action? Remember that synchronicities often require both trust and movement. They illuminate the sacred path before you, but you must summon the courage to take those first steps forward. Like breadcrumbs scattered by an unseen hand, these meaningful coincidences show you the way, yet they can only serve their purpose when you choose to follow where they lead. Trust that the universe speaks to you through these moments of perfect alignment, guiding you ever closer to your highest destiny. In your journal, document a recent synchronicity you've noticed, no matter how subtle or seemingly insignificant it may appear. Explore its potential meaning deeply, allowing your intuition to guide your interpretation. Write down one specific action you can take to honor this divine guidance, even if it feels like a small step. Trust that the universe speaks through these gentle nudges, and your willingness to act demonstrates faith in the greater plan unfolding for you. Return to this entry in the coming days to notice how following this breadcrumb affects your journey. Watch how this single act of trust may spark a chain of meaningful events, leading you closer to your highest path. Remember, when you honor one synchronicity, you open yourself to receiving many more. Chapter 27. the sacred dance of control and trust. High above an endless chasm, a tightrope walker named Alessandra prepared for her most challenging crossing. The rope stretched into infinity, disappearing into the mists beyond. She held her balance pole with practiced grace, knowing that neither skill alone nor blind faith would carry her across. She needed both. You, like Alessandra, stand at the threshold of possibility, seeking to bridge the gap between where you are and where you wish to be. The crossing requires both your focused intention and your trust in the unseen forces that support you. As Alessandra took each step, she maintained perfect concentration, while simultaneously surrendering to the gentle sway of the rope beneath her feet. Too much rigid control would make her movements stiff and dangerous. Too much surrender would leave her directionless. In this delicate dance between will and faith, she found her path forward. The universe operates through this same sacred paradox. Your conscious mind must hold clear direction, while your spirit remains open to the infinite ways your desires may manifest. Like the tightrope walker's pole, this balance keeps you steady on your path. In a valley blessed by ancient wisdom, a gardener named Ibrahim tended his fields with this same understanding. Each day, he worked the soil with dedicated purpose, planting, watering, and removing weeds. Yet he never forced the growth of his crops, knowing that the seasons had their own divine timing. He trusted in the unseen processes happening beneath the soil, while maintaining his devoted care above ground. Your journey mirrors Ibrahim's wisdom. Take inspired action toward your goals while trusting that forces beyond your perception are working in harmony with your efforts. Plant your seeds with intention, tend them with dedication, but release the need to control exactly how they will bloom. The balance between conscious creation and divine surrender opens the channel for miracles. When you align your focused will with trust in universal timing, you step into the flow of natural law. Like Alessandra, on her infinite rope, you learn to dance between heaven and earth, between doing and being, between intention and allowance. In your journal, write down one significant goal you are currently pursuing, one that stirs your soul and awakens your deepest aspirations. Reflect deeply on how you can maintain dedicated action toward this aim while simultaneously trusting in divine timing and universal support. What specific steps can you take while remaining open to unexpected assistance and opportunities? Notice where you might be gripping too tightly with control or where you might need to take more conscious action. Find your unique balance between sacred effort and sacred surrender. Let your heart guide you in discovering which aspects require your focused attention and which call for patient trust in the universe's perfect orchestration. Remember that this balance may shift from day to day as you dance between the realms of doing and allowing, always attuned to the whispers of divine wisdom within. Chapter 28, The Creator Within. In a sunlit courtyard, an apprentice sculptor named Marcus stood before an enormous block of marble. His master had instructed him to find the masterpiece within, but Marcus saw only an imposing mass of stone. Day after day he circled the marble, his chisel hovering uncertainly, afraid to make the first cut. You, like Marcus, stand before the raw material of your existence. Within this moment lies infinite potential, waiting for your conscious touch to reveal its true form. One morning, Marcus noticed how sunlight played across the marble's surface, creating shadows that hinted at forms within. In that moment, he understood. The masterpiece already existed, waiting to be unveiled. His task was not to force his will upon the stone, but to recognize and release the beauty contained within. The universe operates through this same principle of conscious revelation. Your life's masterpiece already exists in potential form, waiting for your awareness and choice to bring it forth. Each thought you think, each belief you hold, each action you take serves as the chisel that reveals your creation. In a distant kingdom, a weaver named Sari created tapestries of pure gold. Her neighbors marveled at how she could spin ordinary thread into such brilliance. "The gold was always there," she would say. "I simply choose to see it." As she worked, each thread she wove shimmered with the power of her vision, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. Like Sari's golden threads, your thoughts and choices weave the fabric of your reality. Every moment offers an opportunity to spin ordinary circumstances into golden experiences through the power of your conscious creation. The responsibility of creation rests in your hands, yet this power flows naturally from your true essence. You are not forcing reality into being, but rather allowing your inner vision to shape the unlimited potential that surrounds you. Connect with your role as conscious creator in a quiet, private space. Write, "I am the conscious creator of my reality," and let it resonate within you. Select one area for change: relationships, career, health, or spiritual growth. Describe how your thoughts, beliefs, and actions will shape this new reality. Write with clarity and feel the emotions of your desired outcome. When complete, sign and date this declaration as a sacred contract with yourself and the universe, sealing your commitment to conscious creation with reverence and purpose. This document becomes your spiritual touchstone, a physical reminder of the moment you stepped fully into your power as creator of your experience. Chapter 29. The Mystery of the Unknown. In the days of old, an explorer named Thaddeus sailed his weathered ship toward the edge of known waters. The maps in his possession showed only empty spaces beyond the horizon, marked with warnings of sea monsters and certain doom. Yet something within his spirit called him forward, past the boundaries of the familiar. You too stand at the edge of your known world, gazing into the mystery that lies ahead. The unknown beckons, carrying whispers of possibility on the winds of change. As Thaddeus ventured beyond the final mapped coordinates, he discovered not the terrifying monsters of legend, but islands of untold beauty, waters teeming with luminescent life, and skies painted in colors no sailor had ever described. His greatest discovery was not these wonders themselves, but the realization that fear of the unknown had kept countless others from witnessing such magnificence. The universe operates as an infinite field of possibility, continuously expanding beyond the boundaries of what you believe possible. Each step into uncertainty opens doorways to experiences that transcend your current understanding. In a hidden valley, a tiny seed lay beneath the soil, surrounded by darkness. It knew nothing of the sunlight above, or the form it would take as it grew. Yet within its heart, an unwavering trust guided each cell to expand, each root to reach deeper, each stem to stretch upward. Through the darkness it transformed, until one day it emerged as a magnificent flower that had never before existed in that valley. Like this seed, your growth often occurs in darkness, in moments when you cannot see the full picture of your becoming. The unknown is not your enemy, but your ally, holding the fertile soil from which your dreams will sprout. The mysteries that lie ahead carry no obligation to match your expectations or conform to your fears. They ask only that you remain open to their unfolding, trusting in the wisdom that guides all of creation. Like the ancient sages who walked this path before you, embrace the sacred dance between certainty and possibility. The universe asks not for your understanding, but for your willingness to be transformed by its infinite grace. In this space of surrender, you will find that what awaits you is far greater than anything your limited mind could have imagined. Take your journal and explore a fear that stops you from embracing the unknown. Consider its origins and how it shapes your decisions. Notice how it's become an unquestioned guide. Then reframe this fear as a chance for discovery. What might you find in the darkness? What growth awaits beyond your comfort zone? What treasures remain hidden because fear holds you back? Transform your limitations into possibilities through writing. Knowing each venture into mystery offers growth. Trust that wonders await in the shadows you've avoided, ready for when you're brave enough to explore. Chapter 30. Living the Decoded Reality. In the depths of a mystical valley, a magnificent phoenix lay dying, its once brilliant feathers now dulled with age. As the last breath left its form, silence descended upon the land. Yet in this moment of apparent ending, ancient magic stirred. From the scattered ashes, golden sparks began to dance, weaving together strands of light until a new form emerged, more radiant than before. The phoenix rose not just to reclaim its former glory, but to soar beyond all previous limitations, painting the sky with trails of luminescent wisdom. You stand now at a similar threshold of transformation. The principles you have uncovered are not mere knowledge to be stored away, but living truths waiting to be embodied. Each understanding serves as a golden thread in the tapestry of your becoming. High upon a coastal cliff, a lighthouse keeper named Marcus tended his beacon with unwavering dedication. Night after night, he polished the mirrors and trimmed the wicks, knowing that his light guided not just ships, but souls seeking safe harbor. One stormy evening, as waves crashed against the rocks below, a small fishing vessel fought against the turbulent seas. Through the darkness, the steady beam of Marcus's lighthouse illuminated a path to safety, saving not just the fishermen but the stories they would later share with others. Your journey of understanding reality's deeper nature carries with it a sacred responsibility. Like Marcus's lighthouse, the wisdom you now hold serves not just your own path, but illuminates the way for others. Each principle you embody becomes a beacon of possibility, showing others what becomes possible when one aligns with universal truth. The phoenix and the lighthouse keeper share a common truth. Transformation serves a purpose greater than personal evolution. As you rise from the ashes of old beliefs and shine your light into the world, you become a living testament to the infinite potential that exists within all beings. Take time to consider how you'll apply these reality principles in your life. Choose 3 meaningful actions that align with your inner wisdom and help you live these truths. Like planting seeds, ground your insights in daily practice. Remember, wisdom shows not in what you know, but in how you embody and express these principles through your actions and being. True enlightenment is measured by lived experience, not knowledge alone. Conclusion. In the sacred journey of understanding you have undertaken, each revelation has served as a stepping stone across the infinite river of consciousness. Yet as you reach this moment, know that you stand not at an ending, but at the threshold of an eternal beginning. Like the endless spiral of creation itself, your path continues to unfold with each breath, each choice, each moment of awareness. The wisdom you now carry within your heart beats with the same rhythm as the cosmos itself. Through your understanding of reality's fluid nature, you have glimpsed the truth that has danced just beyond humanity's grasp for ages. You have learned that the universe speaks in whispers and thunders, in shadows and light, in endings that birth new beginnings. As you move forward from this point of awakening, remember that the greatest mystery lies not in what you have discovered, but in what remains to be unveiled. Each principle you have embraced opens doorways to deeper truths, wider perspectives, and grander possibilities. The paradox of existence invites you to hold both certainty and wonder, knowledge and curiosity, mastery and perpetual learning. Your role as co-creator with the universe has only begun to blossom. Like a garden that cycles through seasons of growth, rest, and renewal, your understanding will continue to deepen and expand. Each challenge that appears before you now serves as an invitation to apply these eternal principles in new ways, to test the boundaries of what you believe possible, and to dance more fully with the cosmic forces that shape reality. The mystery you now partner with is infinite in its scope, eternal in its nature. As you continue to explore the depths of your own consciousness and its relationship with the universe, you will discover that every answer contains the seed of a new question. Every achievement opens the door to greater adventures, and every moment of clarity reveals new horizons to explore. Remember that you are not separate from this mystery. You are its living expression. As you embrace the paradoxes of existence, allowing yourself to be both the creator and the created, the observer and the observed, you step more fully into your natural state of limitless potential. The journey of becoming never truly ends. It simply spirals upward into ever-expanding realms of possibility. Let each day become a fresh canvas for exploring these truths, for testing their depths, for discovering new ways to express the infinite through your finite form. The universe delights in your willingness to play in its fields of possibility, to dance with its rhythms, to sing with its harmonies. If you enjoyed this exclusive audiobook, I handpicked this next book which will change your life.